Hey everybody, at BV Matson here, working on the Jeep, and I want to do an internal frame coat to protect this Wrangler for years to come. I did a bunch of digging, bunch of research, and I kind of landed on this product, Eastwood's internal frame coat. It's in a black finish. Eastwood claims that this will convert, encapsulate, and seal rust on internal frame surfaces. What is that word? Phenolic resin with zinc additive eliminates future corrosion. What is this word, phenolic? So phenolic coatings offer high quality corrosion protection. Mostly what I'm looking for is salt. Trying to keep that frame protected from all the salt so that thing don't rust out. So additionally, there is a zinc additive to this, and basically what the zinc does, according to what I see, is that it's an environmental element protector. Again, I got this from Eastwood. It's their internal frame coating. It comes with the little tube. It's $30 a crack. They do offer some multi-packs as well. So not cheap, but I'm hoping it's going to help me in the long haul. Taking a look at the instructions, before we begin, we want to shake the can vigorously for at least 1 minute. Let's go ahead and do that. Before you get to spraying, make sure that you've got gloves, you cover up, and I would highly recommend a respirator with vapor protection. This is some potent stuff. All right, let's pop the top. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna remove this cap. And what you're gonna get with the kit is a little cap with a hose on it. And this has a 360-degree nozzle. Basically, you just put that right on top of the can, and then you can feed this into the frame. Let's take a look at that spray pattern real quick. All right, this stuff ain't cheap, so I don't want to waste a whole ton of it. I got my cap on, and let's just kind of do a little test in the bucket. And you can see it's got a 360-degree pattern. And in order to apply this, you're just going to be looking for some of your entry passages. There's one back here on the frame as well, where you can feed that hose through and then activate. Then you kind of start spraying it and you slowly start to pull your piece back until you get out. So I've actually already done the other side of the Jeep, and it took me about 1 can to do one side of the frame. All right, from here on out, I've got my respirator on, and I'm just going to start moving that tube inside the frame. I'm starting from the back and working my way towards the front. I think the most important thing is just kind of remember where you left off and then try to do an overlap on your next coat. So I'm going to go in towards the back as far as I can go, and then I'll go towards the front as far as I can go and pull that back, and then go to my next entry point, go back, and then go back towards the front. So I think I'm kind of applying kind of a pretty wet coat or 2 passes wherever I can. I don't think you're going to be able to get to every spot of the frame. So in areas where I thought I was maybe coming up a little bit short, I would really pour it on kind of thick, kind of hoping that some of that would travel down to areas that I couldn't quite reach. But for the most part, I feel like I was able to reach, I would guess, like 80% of the frame from the different access points that I did have. Another thing that I noticed on my first run on the first side is that you need to shake this can periodically while you're doing this. Like if you do one pass, shake the can before you do the next one. The can tends to depressurize pretty quick, and I think I wasted a little product on my first run because, well, I didn't really read the directions that close. Just kind of keep going. I'm just trying to find every entry point that I possibly can and working that hose back as far as humanly possible. The other thing, make sure you're wearing gloves because this stuff is really hard to get off of your fingers. The other thing I'll say as well is kind of watch out for when that nozzle starts to pop out of the frame. It can be a little bit unwieldy as it's coming out of there. And, you know, on my first pass, I actually kind of sprayed myself kind of over my glasses and my hair. So that was actually kind of annoying. But yeah, just try to be as thorough as possible. And also, here's another little technique that I got a little bit better with as I started using it, is that, you know, feed it all the way in and then just keep your fingers kind of towards the opening of the passage and just slowly pull that tube out. Because again, if you're just kind of pulling it from the can, it's going to pop out and spray everywhere. And once you're done, you can actually reuse and keep this hose kit. There's an aerosol cleaner that plugs right into that cap. give it a few good solid sprays, and that hose is going to be clean, and you can use it for other applications. I'm kind of thinking, it's like, man, there's all kinds of uses for this little tube to reach some hard to reach spots. So clean it and keep it. All right, so there you have it. One thing I will say about this stuff is this can goes really fast, so be prepared to work fast. I think that that's really, really key. Again, it took me about 1 can to do one side of the frame. I actually wish I had one more just so I could go a little bit wetter coat on some of it. Maybe I'll pick up some more, I don't know. But I think, 2-3 cans, you should be able to do the frame of your Jeep. Another thing I'd say is make sure you get some cardboard down. You're gonna be dripping out the bottom of your frame in some spots. You can see, hey, it protected my leaf spring. But that job is done. I've gone all the way around. I think I got good coverage because I had stuff kind of pouring out onto the floor. But yeah, I went as deep as I could on this. At least did a, due diligence on trying to save this 94 YJ. So there you go. That's what I tried. We'll see how it works. I mean, hopefully it's as advertised. Only time will tell. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe. And if you want a free sticker, head on over to keeponwrenching.com. We're going deep on the 94 YJ. See you in the next video or live stream.